Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 2 Resurrected video. Today I'm gonna show you the Hurricane Druid, full on with Doom, maxed out cold damage and minus cold resist. It's very fun, and it's a bit of a variation on the Tornado build, but only in terms of like gearing. So let's dive right into the skill tree. Again, like it is the same skills as the Tornado build, and we're also using Tornado, but we're focusing more on Hurricane on our gear, maxing out that cold damage and +2 Hurricane if we can. So we have a decent amount of cold damage here, over 3k. And on the summonings tab, we also have like reservoir points to Oak Sage. I like to have one in Solar Creeper just for some mana sustain, and yeah, that's about it already. Again, maxed out Cyclone, Twister, Tornado, and Hurricane. And then as for the gear, we got ourselves a Doom, because it has up to -60% to enemy cold resistance, along with +2 to all skills. That's pretty much everything we want. Holy Freeze Hour is also nice, but like these two stats, all skills and minus enemy cold res, is what we are looking for. And we also have a kick-ass helmet. You're probably never gonna find this in the wild, but it is technically possible to have it. +3 to elemental skills, as well as +2 Hurricane and +2 Tornado. The +2 Tornado is kind of sweet. It actually is enough to just have +2 to Hurricane, because we are focusing on Hurricane, but again, we're also using Tornado. If you don't have this, you can also use Nightwing's Whale. It's fairly similar in terms of damage. So you can see here, Hurricane has 3.2k, and then if you put on Nightwings, we have like 3.1k. So we have another like -5% to enemy cold res because of two facets here, and here it's only one facet, but you know, min-maxing. But just use Nightwings. I mean, Nightwings itself is pretty expensive. Other than that, we run a ridiculous amulet. It doesn't need to have 20% FCR. As you can see, we have 105 in total, hitting the 99 FCR breakpoint. So technically, this one only needs 14% FCR, and then, you know, +2 to skills, and the other stats are just bonus. And of course, this amulet is ridiculous. Don't fret over it too much. It doesn't have to be that good, but I just want to max out everything here. Spirit Shield, again for the FCR, should be like 35, and then Enigma for teleporting and +2 skills. Hot Spurs to give us a lot of fire resistances, and you can also use something else, whatever you want here, something with movement speed, something with Magic Find maybe. Running 10 FCR ring, running Arachnids. This ring doesn't seem right, sorry. Do we have another ring? Yeah, let's take this one. I don't think this ring can exist in the game. And yeah, this stuff is hero edited because, you know, in single player you can make these characters and try them out and see how good they are. That's what we're testing here. So we have Arachnid Smash. We need the 10 FCR ring to reach the 99% breakpoint, and Triangles as a roundup. The offense, we have Call to Arms and Spirit. And we have a ridiculous amount of elemental skills with +life. Again, they don't need to be +life, it's just ridiculous to have it. And then Cold Rupture to get the cold immunity sundered, as well as always MF charms. Again, not necessary, but any and Torch is very nice for the attributes and resistances, of course. Then we have Infinity Mercenary with all the bells and whistles, Vampire Gaze, Fortitude, and Infinity to help us with minus resistances. So we have a lot of minus resistances for our enemies and make a lot of damage. That's for the gear stats, enough strength to equip the Enigma, and then the rest of the gear, and then just dump it all in Vitality. That's basically it. So let's go maybe first to a terrorist zone. Why not? We can spawn Solar Creeper, we can even spawn a Grizzly if we want to. Gives a little bit of help on the tanky side. And actually we can just walk over there and let the Hurricane do all the works. I think I am on players 8. Let's go to players 1 first and look at that, because it's way more impressive. These are still players 8 monsters. But it's also no problem if we just use our Tornado. But I wanted to show that on players 1, it's actually a very passive build. Okay, this guy has Stone Skin, and since we are not running Reaper's Toll now, Merc, this means it takes some time because only our Hurricane will do damage. But again, this is on P8. So this is a bit unfortunate right here. But there we go. And now it's hit up some monsters on P1, so what it will be on Battle.net. So as you can see, it takes like 1 to 2 ticks, mostly 2 ticks. We can just like walk around. Actually, I'm not casting any tornadoes right now, so I don't really have to. Need some monsters though. Hello? So there's a pack actually. So 2 ticks of our Hurricane will do the trick. Let's go to the cow level just for good measure, because cow level is always like the same. That's why I like to benchmark there. And how effective a build is. There we go. Let's go to the Cow King. We can just, you know, chill out here. Not casting any tornadoes right now. But of course, if we're casting also, get some CTA going, maybe way more damage. If you want to lean in more on the tornado side, you can also give your Merc Reaper's Toll. We don't technically need the Infinity. It's also cheaper without Infinity. The build itself is expensive enough. But of course, this build also runs without Enigma, without Infinity. Doom would be kind of necessary to lower like the enemy resistances and give you a nice boost in damage for Hurricane. Other than that, I mean, it's not that many high runes like mandatory. And I will make like some mid-tier version and try it out. I think like Doom is like the bread and butter because of the massive up to minus 60% enemy cold res. It's not really easy to replace Doom. I mean, you could technically get a faceplate or something with 6 sockets and socket 6 cold fast in it. That would be more damage, I think, technically. But I really like the Doom with like the aura and also like having +2 to skills. Let's go back to players 8 and let's look for some cows here. And it's actually not that bad. And you can also use this build on P8. Just have to use your tornadoes. I mean, it's no Java zone, of course, but you know. As someone who mostly plays P1, it's actually super chill. And I like that variation of the Tornado Druid. Because tornadoes, you know, sometimes they're hit and miss and it's annoying. And if you lean in more into the damage of Hurricane, you actually have 2 very decent, very good damage sources. Because you're not losing much of the tornado damage if you go with that gear that gives you like better cold damage. Like you're losing maybe +1 skills when you're not using Hoda. Sorry, Hodo, Heart of the Oak. But that's about it. And that the tornadoes are mostly the same, but the Hurricane does significantly more damage. So I would see this as an involvement of the Tornado Druid.
Welcome.
And I think I want to test out what it looks like if I don't have Enigma, but I already have a Doom maybe. and then maybe a hustle armor for more movement speed. I'm gonna test it out and see how it goes. So this is, I mean, these are usually cold immune. I think the Cortez are. So it's gonna take some time here. And they also have a lot of physical resistance as far as I remember. And they're still on P8 here, so not super great. But it's fairly decent. I actually want to go back on P1 because I like when it's faster and it's actually more efficient than in total. This is nice. Yep. This is actually way better than just like focusing on Tornado. Of course, with a Tornado build you also have Hurricane, but it's just lacking. It's just very lacking. You don't build for it a little bit. If you don't care about 99% FCR breakpoint, you can also change your Spirit Shield into maybe a Monarch with 4 Cold Facets or Troll's Nest. Not Troll's Nest, Headhunter's Glory it's called. With 3 facets in it. So there are some like options on how to build it. So here the Hotspurs are pretty helpful. They are dishing out a lot of fire damage, and then I also have low resist on me.
Not even death can save you from me.
And that's Diablo. And there you go. This is the Hurricane Druid, Hurricane Tornado. I mean, Tornado's really common. Just like the items are different here, more focusing on the Hurricane aspect, on the cold damage. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful time, whether you're playing Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, or Diablo 1. They're all great games. See you next time. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.